Hey, I'm going to read you about some robots in the Bible. You might have heard about it. Ezekiel wheels. These things with wheels, okay? Ezekiel 1, 2, and 3. I'll try to read, see how long it gets here. In the 30th year, in the 4th month, on the 5th day of the month, as I was among the exiles by the Shebar Canal, the heavens were opened, and I saw visions of God. On the 5th day of the month, it was the 5th year of the exile of King Jehoiachin. And the word of the Lord came to Ezekiel the priest, the son of Buzi, in the land of the Chaldeans by the Shebar Canal, at the hand of the Lord, and the hand of the Lord was upon him there, the glory of the Lord. As I looked, behold, a stormy wind came out of the north, and a great cloud with brightness round about it, and fire flashing continually in the midst of the fire, as it were gleaming metal. And from the midst of it came the likeness of 4 creatures. Okay. It was aliens, right? This is a stormy cloud with gleaming metal, 4 creatures coming out of it. And this was their appearance. They had a human likeness, but each had 4 faces, and each of them had 4 wings. Their legs were straight. Their soles of their feet were like the sole of a calf's foot. And they sparkled like burnished bronze. Under their wings, on their 4 sides, they had human hands, and the 4 had their faces and their wings thus. Their wings touched one another. Each one of them went straight forward without turning as they went. As for the likeness of their faces, each had a human face. The 4 had the face of a lion on the right side. The 4 had the face of an ox on the left side. The 4 had the face of an eagle. Such were their faces, and their wings were spread out above. Each creature had 2 wings, each of which touched the wing of another, while 2 wings covered their bodies, and each went straight forward. Wherever the Spirit would go, they went, without turning as they went. As for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like a burning coals of fire, like the appearance of torches moving to and fro among the living creatures. And the fire was bright, and out of the fire went forth lightning, and the living creatures darted to and fro like the appearance of a flash of lightning. Now, as I looked at the living creatures, I saw a wheel on the earth beside the living creatures, one for each of the 4 of them. 4 wheels. As for the appearance of the wheels and their construction, their appearance was like gleaming of beryl, B-E-R-Y-L. And the 4 had the same likeness, their appearance and construction being, as it were, a wheel within a wheel. And when they went in any of their 4 directions without turning as they went. And their rims were tall and awesome. The rims of all 4 were full of eyes all around, and when the living creature went, the wheels went beside them, and when the living creatures rose from the earth, the wheels rose. Wherever the Spirit wanted to go, they went, and the wheels rose along with them. for the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. When those went, these went, and when those stood, these stood, and when those rose from the earth, the wheels rose along with them, for the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. Over the heads of the living creature there was the likeness of an expanse, shining like awe-inspiring crystal, spread out above their heads. And under the expanse their wings were stretched out straight, one toward the other, and each creature had 2 wings covering its body. And when they went, I heard the sound of their wings like the sound of many waters, like the sound of the Almighty, the sound of tumult, like the sound of an army. When they stood still, they let down their wings, and there came a voice from above the expanse over their heads. When they stood still, they let down their wings. And above the expanse over their heads there was the likeness of a throne, in appearance like sapphire, and seated above the likeness of throne was a likeness with a human appearance, and upward from what the appearance of his waist I saw as it were gleaming metal, like the appearance of fire, enclosed all around, and downward from what had the appearance of his waist I saw as it were the appearance of fire, and there was brightness round about him like the appearance of the bow that is in the cloud on the day of the rain. So was the appearance of the brightness all around. Rainbow. Such was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of the Lord. And when I saw it, I fell on my face, and I heard the voice of one speaking. Ezekiel 1. I'm going to go right to Ezekiel 2. Subtitled, Ezekiel's Call. Ring, ring. He said to me, Son of man, stand up. Stand on your feet, and I will speak to you. As he spoke to me, the Spirit entered into me, and he set me on my feet, and I heard him speaking to me, and he said to me, Son of man, I send you to the people of Israel, the nation of rebels, who have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have trespassed against me to this very day. The descendants are also impudent and stubborn. I send you to them, and you shall say to them, Thus saith the Lord God, whether they hear it or refuse it to hear it, for they are rebellious out, they will know that a prophet has been among them. And you, son of man, be not afraid of them, nor be afraid of their words, though briars and thorns are with you, and you sit on scorpions. Be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, for they are a rebellious house, and you shall speak my words to them, whether they hear or refuse to hear, for they are a rebellious house. But you, O son of man, hear what I say to you. Be not rebellious like that rebellious house. Open your mouth and eat what I give you. And when I looked, behold, a hand was stretched out to me, and behold, a scroll of the book was in it. And he spread it before me, and it had writing on the front and on the back, and there were written on it words of lamentation, mourning, and woe. Ezekiel 3, and he said to me, Son of man, eat whatever you find here. Eat this scroll. I hit acid. Eat this scroll and go, speak to the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he gave me the scroll to eat. And he said to me, Son of man, feed your belly with the scroll that I give you, and fill your stomachs with it. Then I ate it, and it was in my mouth, sweet as honey. And he said to me, Son of man, go to the house of Israel and speak my words to them, for you are not sent to people of foreign speech and hard language, but to the house of Israel, not to many peoples of foreign speech and hard language, whose words you cannot understand. Surely if I sent you to such, they would listen to you, but the house of Israel will not be willing to listen to you, for they are not willing to listen to me. because all the house of Israel have a hard forehead and a stubborn heart. Behold, I have made your face as hard as their face, and your forehead as hard as their forehead. Like emery, harder than flint, I have made your forehead. Fear them not, nor be dismayed at their looks, for they are a rebellious house. Moreover, he said to me, Son of man, all my words that I shall speak to you, receive in your heart, and hear with your ears, and go to the exiles, to your people, and speak to them, and say to them, Thus saith the Lord God, whether they hear it or refuse to hear it. Then the Spirit lifted me up, and I heard behind me the voice of a great earthquake. Blessed be the glory of the Lord from its place. It was the sound of the wings of the living creatures as they touched one another, and the sound of the wheels beside them, and the sound of a great earthquake. And the Spirit lifted me up and took me away. And I went in bitterness in the heat of my spirit, and the hand of the Lord being strong upon me, and I came to the exiles at Tel Abib, who were dwelling by the Chebar Canal. And I sat where they were dwelling, and I sat there for 7 days, overwhelmed.